All right, Michael, a lot of people believe in diversification, but you've gone all in on Bitcoin. What gives you such strong conviction in that choice?
Well, Bitcoin's the only digital commodity, and if you're going to be a public company, then you need to be capitalized on a commodity. And Bitcoin is the first commodity in the history of the world that outperforms the S&P index on a consistent basis. So if you are a public company, it's a very simple choice. There's one best asset, and there is no second best asset, right?
Got it. Got it.
So, I mean, I'm an aeronautical engineer. I have conviction in Bitcoin like you have conviction in using aluminum to build an airplane. And the reason you use aluminum to build an airplane is because if you use steel, the plane won't fly. So Bitcoin works for a public company because it's higher performance than the S&P, and it's more volatile than the S&P, and it's a commodity, and so you can go to 100% leverage. And every mathematical model you can possibly work through indicates that the right answer is 100% Bitcoin. If you diversify that, all you're doing is bleeding off, diluting the volatility, which devalues the options. When you go from 100 vol to 40 vol, your options market would go from 100 billion to a billion. So you're going to destroy your own options market. And if you dilute the Bitcoin with anything else, you would destroy your performance. And so the first order answer is it makes no sense because the options are destroyed and the equity is destroyed. The second order answer is you can't build a Bitcoin-backed convertible bond or Bitcoin-backed convertible preferred stock or Bitcoin-backed fixed income preferred stock if you're not Bitcoin-backed, right? And so if Berkshire Hathaway, for example, were to buy $100 billion worth of Bitcoin tomorrow, they might have more Bitcoin than us, but they couldn't issue equity and credit instruments that have Bitcoin's performance because they would be diversified. And so at the end of the day, it makes sense for us to be 100% Bitcoin because it gives you the first order best result, and then all of the securities that we build inherit the volatility and the performance of Bitcoin, and we would, in essence, be destroying, we're crippling our own securities and crippling our own performance to diversify.
I love that.